So keep solving our physics subject GRE. So 65. A current I in a loop produce a magnetic field. So basically, you have this and the magnetic and produce a magnetic field, and which one is the strength of the strength of magnetic field proportional to which of the following? Okay. I don't know. Maybe you usually you need to start from the Biot-Savart law. But remember that if you are very far from the loop, then you should know that the loop looks like a so-called magnetic dipole. So you should have this kind of form. Something like this. So this is the vector potential mu naught times m cross r, 4 pi r2 cube. So this is similar as the electric dipole. So basically, if you are very far from your vector potential, will depend on the magnetic dipole, and so your magnetic field will depend on the magnetic dipole. So the answer is the magnetic dipole. So magnetic dipole is just the I times area. So pi b squared times I. So it should be C. It should be B. So this question just asks about the definition of magnetic dipole, and you should not just directly do the integration. Otherwise, then you will spend lots of time to get an answer. And the 66. So once you see this, you know that it asks about the first law and some derivative. Remember that what it asks is the reciprocal of the Kelvin. So what you need is 1 over t. So we start from the first law. The first law tells you that du equals to t ds minus b dv. So we have du plus b dv over t equals to ds. So ds equals to du over t plus p over t dv. And this is, so if you know about the partial derivative, ds is depend on u and v. So okay, so you start from that, you can see the partial s partial u. P is 1 over t, and partial s partial v. U is p over t. So what we need is this 1 over t. So and this is fixed v and fixed u, So this is partial s partial u fixed v, partial s partial u fixed v. So the answer should be E. Basically that's it. Okay, so 67. There's a large isolated system of unweakly interacting. So you have 3 possible states, only 0 epsilon, 3 epsilon, and ask you about if the temperature is very high, and then what is the average. Okay, so everybody knows about the partition function and standard statistical mechanics. So this is your average. So when the temperature kT are very high, it means that exponential minus beta ei will goes to 1, because this beta is 1 over kT. So this is very close to 0. So exponential minus 0 is 1. So this average is just the average of the energy. So you have 0 epsilon, 3 epsilon. So average is 4 epsilon over 3. So the answer is C. And then 68. If the newly discovered particle moves at the speed of light equal to the speed of light, oh, this is common sense, because if some particle moving at the speed over light, then it must have the rest mass equal to 0, because your total energy is gamma mc squared, and then this term need to be finite. So if you allow that v can equal to c, then this term must be 1. Then the numerator and denominator will go to infinity. Will go to 0. So you need the numerator also go to 0 as well. So the answer is A. Answer is A. So okay, so we have we solve all of this, and I think this is enough for one video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.